the next song is a song we'll sing a lot during the next 10 days. And it's a song about Lord Chaitanya. And it's written by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And this song talks about Lord Chaitanya's qualities, his beauty. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so beautiful, even when he was a child, demigods, everyone came to see him and couldn't take their eyes off him. One of the features of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is being beautiful. The form is so perfect. We're looking for that perfect form. There was a shop, unfortunately went out of business, so I'm not sure about their branding because it was called Eternal Beauty, and it was on College Avenue, University Avenue, not College. And they had little packets that they'd distribute as samples outside. Every time we go there to do Harinam Sankirtan, where we frequent right near the Stanford campus, they'd be outside very enthusiastically giving these little packages that said Eternal Beauty. And obviously I didn't try any of it. Go ahead, you can laugh now. So I was moved by their choice of product placement. There's Eternal Beauty. It just reminded me that everyone's looking for that. It's hard to achieve in a material body because something always goes wrong. And there's some little flaw here or there, and then it gets worse as things go along. But Krishna's body's eternally youthful. Navayovanam cha. And one cannot take one's eyes off that. Prabhupada said we can't love the sky. You can't develop a relationship with the sky because there's nothing there really to relate to. But we want the glance, and we want to see the form and the shape. In fact, the demigods had said also to Lord Krishna within the womb as they were offering prayers, Yene ravindaksha vamuktamaninas tvayastabhavada vashudha buddhaya aruya krishrena paramparam tata patantyato nadrita yushmarangraya. That what we're all looking for as a stable place is the form of the Lord, the beautiful lotus-eyed form of the Lord, to behold. We want to behold that form and just drink it in. And Krishna doesn't mind. Most people, if they catch you staring, they'll look at you like, what are you doing? Try it on the freeway sometime. Just start looking at people as you drive by and they'll go like, I don't know if that's rude in Europe or not, but so if you go to Krishna Balaram Mandir in Vrindavan, I've tried this before. You can sit there and just stare at them as long as you want, and they never mind. They just allow you to look and see them perpetually. So this is what fills us up, this sense of beauty. We want the beauty of the face, the nose, the ears, the limbs and the body. It's not the body of the material world. And we do look for perfection in the bodies of the material world, as I just said, but it's not to be had, but because that's a reflection of real beauty from the spiritual world. And so Krishna is the pinnacle of all beauty, and so is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His body is actually the combined form of Radha and Krishna. So he's Krishna himself, but he has the effulgence and the heart of Srimati Radharani. And so as a child and as an adolescent, the devotees who would see him walking down the street, it's mentioned in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, just the way his Brahman's thread would hang across his beautiful chest, everything perfectly placed, people would stop. They'd do a double take. With beauty, you can't help yourself, right? If you see someone or a scene that's so beautiful, it's just, wait, come here, come here, come here. You got to see this. Or the eyes just go there. It's like, what are you looking at? Well, I can't help myself. So with Krishna, he's all attractive. He has all that beauty that we can't resist. So the problem is we're looking in the wrong direction. This is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhayam dvitiya binibesha tasyad ishad ape tasya viparya smriti. If you wonder what went wrong, you turned around the wrong way. You're not seeing Krishna. You're seeing all the shadows of the material world, and it just never satisfies. So when we hear about the beauty of Krishna, of Lord Chaitanya's body, his face, his lotus feet, the way he dances, the way he wears his hair, and all these various details, there's a way in which we can actually get snagged by that. The mind can actually get attracted to that and say, hey, wait a minute. All of a sudden, I'm starting to get attracted. And also for the deity, when we see the deity, we come see the deity, ring the bell, bow down, look up, and go, oh, that's beautiful. And so by remembering these forms and qualities of Krishna, which we may be able to see in the dark, let's see if we can. Ujjvala Varana, Ujjvala Varana, Gauravara Deham. Tribhuvana Pavana Krupaya Lesham Tam Pranamami Cha Shri Sachitanayam. So let's read the translation so you get an idea of what you're singing. It starts on page 191. Is everyone okay? Okay. We're all relaxed. We're here in the Dham. Everything's good. Here we go. 191 translation. We'll read it together. His super excellent spiritual body is a brilliant golden color. He is incessantly churned by sublime transcendental ecstasies. A fraction of his mercy is able to deliver all the three worlds. Unto that son of Sri Sachi Devi I bow. Within himself there are transformations of ecstasies such as faltering the voice. The mighty sound of his voice chastises wicked men. His mercy dispels all fears caused by worldly existence. Unto that son of Sri Sachi Devi I bow. He wears garments the color of the rising sun. His cheeks are very captivating. His brilliant fingernails surpass the beauty and radiance of the moon. He takes delight in uttering the glories of his own transcendental qualities and holy name. Unto that son of Sri Sachi Devi I bow. Streams of ecstatic tears flow from his lotus eyes. He is ornamented with transformations of ecstasy caused by ever-new loving mellows. His pastimes of dancing exhibit very slow and graceful movements. Unto that son of Sri Sachi Devi I bow. The nimble movements of his beautiful dancing feet are very pleasing. Those 2 feet are sweetened by tinkling ankle bells. His soothing face surpasses the cooling rays of the moon. Unto that son of Sri Sachi Devi I bow. He sometimes wears the loincloth of a mendicant and takes up the staff and water pot of a sannyasi monk. His transcendental body is then graced by a shaven head. His chastisement breaks apart and destroys the sins of wicked souls. Unto that son of Sri Sachi Devi I bow. As a householder, his face is surrounded by locks of dark hair decorated with the dust of the earth. His excellent lips, which are red like the bimba fruit, are beautified by their trembling in ecstasy. Upon his forehead he wears brilliant tilak made of sandalwood paste. Unto that son of Sri Sachi Devi I bow. The glowing beauty of his lotus petal eyes exceeds that of the rising sun. His 2 beautiful arms extend down to his knees. His divine body is dressed in the fashion of an adolescent dramatic dancer. Unto that son of Sri Sachi Devi I bow. So this song is written by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, whose home we'll visit, Krishna willing, while we're here. And that's the place where Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who is the greatest scholar of India, who had tens of thousands of disciples, was moved to surrender to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after first trying to bring him up to a higher standard of sannyas and teach him the meaning of the Vedanta Sutra, and realizing finally that he's actually Krishna himself, didn't need any schooling. He surrendered did Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who revealed to him his Narayan form and also his form as Krishna. And then he wrote 100 verses on the spot. 2 of them we chanted as part of the Mangalacharan, as is mentioned by Kaviraj Goswami in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. After he had written these verses, he gave 2 of them to Govinda, who was the personal servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to bring to Mahaprabhu. He had written them on palm leaves. And the very wise and expert Mukunda, who was there, had intercepted them before Govinda gave them to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he copied the contents of those verses on the wall. This is one time I think I'm in favor of graffiti. Sorry if there's any taggers out there. And then Mukunda went and delivered these verses to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or perhaps it was Govinda. Either one of them may have delivered. And Mahaprabhu, seeing that they were about him, tore them to pieces. Nonetheless, Mukunda's expertise had written them on the wall for all the devotees to appreciate. They were there and they're passed down to us. And we sang them earlier. He wrote this song, did Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and it's a beautiful tune, so we'll sing this if you can see it. Ujjvala Varana Gaura Varadeham Vilasita Niravari Bhava Videham. Tribhuvana Pavana Kripaya Lesham Tam Pranamami Cha Shishachitanayam. Gadgadantara Bhava Vikaram Durjana Tarjana Nada Vishalam. Bhava Bhaya Bhajana Karana Karanam Tam Pranamami Cha Shishachitanayam. Just do the T high at the end of every verse. Arunam Bharadhara Charuka Polam Induvindindita Nakachaya Ruchiram. At the end. Jalapita Nijaguna Nama Vinodam Tam Pranamami Cha Shishachitanayam. Vigalita Nayana Kamala Jaladaram Bhushana Navarasa Bhava Vikaram. Gati Yatimantara Nritya Vilasam Tam Pranamami Cha Shishachitanayam. Chanchala Charu Charana Gati Ruchiram Banjira Ranjita Parajuga Maduram. Chandra Vinindita Shitala Varanam Tam Pranamami Cha Shishachitanayam. Driti Kati Dora Kamandalu Dandam Divya Kalevara Mundita Mundam. Durjana Kalmasha Kandana Dandam Tam Pranamami Cha Shisha Chitanayam. Sachinandan Gora Hari Ki Jai. Bhushana Buraja Alakavalitam Kampita Bhimdara Vara Ruchira. Malaya Javira Chitta Ujjvala Tilakam Tam Pranamami Cha Shisha Chitanayam. Nindita Aruna Kamala Dallanayanam Ajanulam Pitta Shri Bhuja Yugalam. Kalevara Kaishora Nartaka Vesham Tam Pranamami Cha Shisha Chitanayam. Ujjvala Varana Gauravara Deham Vilasita Niravadi Bhava Videham. Tribhuvana Pavana Kripaya Lesham Tam Pranamami Cha Sri Sachitanayam. Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari. Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Jai Sachinandana Jai Gaura Hari. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Prem Purushottam Shri Sachinandan Gaura Hari Ki Gaura Premanande. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.